It took 100 years for mapmakers to finally admit that this mountain range was completely imaginary. For nearly 100 years, most maps of Africa showed a massive mountain range stretching across Western Africa. The Mountains of Kong appeared on virtually every major map and was taught as a geographical fact in schools worldwide. But here's the shocking truth. These mountains never existed. They were completely made up, and no one bothered to verify for over a century. Early explorers were working with pretty limited tools. No satellites, no aerial photography, just their eyes and basic tools. When they couldn't reach certain areas, they'd make educated guesses about what was likely there. These guesses would end up on maps looking just as official as everything else. And that's exactly what happened with the Mountains of Kong. Someone's best guess became treated as solid fact. But this wasn't just a small mistake. It reveals how fragile our knowledge really is when we don't check our sources. Think about that. An entire mountain range that never existed became truth because no one actually questioned it. Ever played the telephone game as a kid? That's basically what happened with these phantom mountains. It started when explorers like Mungo Park saw some hills in the distance and made notes. Then a mapmaker took those notes and drew in what they thought was there, a massive mountain range spanning West Africa. Other mapmakers saw that map and thought, well, this guy must know what he's talking about, and went ahead and copied it to other maps. For nearly a century, this imaginary mountain range appeared on major maps of Africa, gaining credibility with each reproduction. No one bothered to verify that these mountains actually existed until a French expedition in the 1880s finally went to go check. This isn't a funny story about old-timey map errors. It's actually a warning about how easily we accept facts without questioning them. The Mountains of Kong weren't just a simple mistake. They reveal our human tendency to build elaborate systems of knowledge on unverified assumptions. We're naturally inclined to accept information that's delivered to us with authority, especially when everyone else seems to accept it too. Even today, with all our technology and access to information, we're still susceptible to believing things if they're repeated often enough. The real power of this story isn't laughing at old cartographers, but in asking ourselves what fabrications have become accepted as truth because they've been repeated.